So when you're seated, have your feet touching the ground. You don't want them floating. So we can definitely put something under them or just let them feel the ground. And then you can close your eyes if you'd like, or you can keep them open. I'm just going to tune into your breath a moment, and I'll share a very scary Halloween poem. It's called Halloween Party by Ken Nesbitt. We're having a Halloween party at school. I'm dressed up like Dracula. Man, I look cool. I dyed my hair black and I cut off my bangs. I'm wearing a cape and some fake plastic fangs. I put on some makeup to paint my face white, like creatures that only come out in the night. My fingernails, too, are all pointed and red. I look like I'm recently back from the dead. My mom drops me off and I run into school and suddenly feel like the world's biggest fool. The other kids stare like I'm some kind of freak. The Halloween party is not till next week. So that happens. We show up early, we show up late, but we keep showing up. Don't. Take a few more breaths here, just enjoying being instead of doing for a moment. And bring your hands to your heart. We'll be grateful for our practice today and for sharing a Halloween practice. Thank you for showing up, for creating our community today. And even though it's super scary, let's send out some love and good blessings and wishes and healing out into the world. We can do that from our hearts outward. You can release your hands. So we will get started with snake breath. I'm hoping I don't make you mad with my microphone. This is an inhale through the nose, and on your exhale, you make the sound of an S or the sound of a snake. And you keep going. You keep exhaling until all the breath is out. And then you'll inhale through your nose and you'll all the way out. You'll feel your center contracting. Do a few rounds. Take 3 more rounds or just breathe regularly if this is creating any kind of stress or tension. When you finish your last one, just let your body take a few breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Your body will find its own natural rhythm. A reminder, or if you're new to practicing with me, this is a very gentle class, and that means, as in any class that I teach, you can rest and do part and not do part. It's your practice. If something isn't working for you, do less or rest. Okay? Please take care of yourself. All right, I'm going to scoot forward a little bit in my chair. You might do the same because we're going to stir the cauldron. So pick an arm and stir your cauldron. And maybe you have a little teeny tiny cauldron. You want to go both directions so you can switch a few times. And you can switch arms. Oh, this arm's really good at stirring the cauldron. Reaching as much as you want or as little as you want. All good. And let's try both. We've got a big stirring utensil. Hands can be clasped or just pressed together. Stirring your pot. Don't forget to stay with your breath, even as we move. And then you'll come back to center. Skull. Hands go to skull and crossbones. And skull and crossbones. Find a flow that works in your body. Skull and crossbones. And notice, do you always cross one arm on top? Maybe switch which arm goes on top. Ooh, witchy. Just 300,000 more. Last one. Skull and crossbones and pause. Let your hands rest on your thighs, palms down. Maybe close your eyes. Check in. Notice your breath. Notice how your body feels after basically 5 minutes of movement. When you're ready, cross your left leg on top of your right. Left leg on top of your right. This is one option, or if thread the needle is available, it's a little wider leg, so the left ankle would be on top of your right thigh. So you see which one feels best, and then we'll circle the left ankle. Boo the way. I'm really glad you're here. Switch direction with your circles. And let your foot rest. Stay tall, or maybe you want to kind of zombie forward in a fold of some sort. Any amount. Remember, it's your practice. And let your next inhale be really full, and you can open your mouth for your exhale. Letting go, letting go, letting go. And we'll come back up and switch sides. Right leg crosses, this is plenty. Or right ankle on top of left thigh. And your right ankle circles. Switching direction. Maybe this ankle has a different story than the other one. Let your foot rest and you decide, stay tall with your breath, or if it felt good, maybe fold forward a little bit. Deep breaths wherever you are. Next inhale, fill all the way up and open your mouth. Exhale, make noise if you want. And come back up to sit and release your legs. Let your arms hang down by your sides. And then we'll create a zombie arm, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. You can just go to about shoulder height or wherever it feels good in your body. And link your movement to your breath. So if we were in a class, we might not be in sync because we have different arms and different breath. Taking a few more, maybe closing your eyes, feeling, sensing. Last one. Okay, hands can come to thighs. However, I'm going to use my witch hat as an example. So you'll pretend that you have a witch hat. I, of course, own one. So you'll take your hands to your imaginary witch hat and you will inhale, lift up, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Imagine that your arms start all the way down at your waist. So you are feeling some length and some stretch and some space all the way up the side body. Even your smelly armpits, I mean, your beautifully fragrant armpits are getting a stretch. Okay, next time your hat is up, take a side stretch. Whichever way you want to go was the perfect way. Deep breath. And up to center and to the other side. And back up to center, and we'll return our hats. I will just Let mine go off to the side for later for my witch ride. Okay. Are you ready? We're coming up to stand. We have just a couple of things to do. Standing. This is where you might like to grab your broom. I'll show you what we're doing, and let me show without the broom. So you have your yoga mat, or you just imagine a balance beam, and we're going to play with balance by walking on the edge, walking on the edge. So if you want, you can add your broom, zombie arms, or maybe you want your broom to help with balance. So many options. If you get bored here with balancing, you know what to do. You can close your eyes. And if you close your eyes and things get wild, open your eyes. Maybe you'd like to visit going backwards. How is your breath? If you're focusing on balance, let the breath be part of it. And wherever you are, next time your left foot is down, let your right foot hover. Or maybe you'll lift the right leg. Wherever it is perfect. You might have just your right big toe down. Balancing. And switch sides. Right foot down. Hovering, balancing with the left leg up. Maybe lifting it. Maybe just barely off the ground. Good, release. And you can hold your broom. Let me show without the broom for my folks that aren't as witchy as I am. Gentle twist, right? Broom free, there's a bend in the knees. The arms are relaxed and you're taking a twist. Maybe today you've got your broom. Maybe you're sweeping as you twist. Allow the bend in your knees so that your spine has a lot of freedom to twist. I want to find a little magical flow here, nothing rigid. Few more breaths, twisting. And you'll come back to Tadasana, mountain pose. You can hold your broom or you can have your hands by your sides. And just feel your feet on the ground. Feel your posture tall. You can close your eyes here and take a few deep breaths. Maybe you want to do another S breath, another snake breath. Three more breaths here, standing tall and strong. You can open your eyes. A pillow or a broom or nothing at all. We're taking our prop around our body. You might have an imaginary ghost prop. Otherwise, you can use your broom, your pillow. Oh, the broom is fun to figure out. Okay. Each time, consider squeezing your shoulder blades. Oh, I've got a bad grip. There we go. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. So we work the upper back a little bit for all of this time that we're spending on our computers. And you can stay standing and facing forward because that would be the nice thing to do. But it is Halloween. So if you'd like a little trick, you can circle your prop and circle your body. Yes. I would not advise closing your eyes for this one. And you can switch direction. Body breathing. Okay, coming back to center. Just reach your arms up. Oh my goodness, it's scary. My arms got cut off. Take a side bend. You can be propless or not. Up to center and the other side. And up to center. Good. You may place your broom off to the side and we'll make our way down to our mats. So you'll want your blanket so you can cushion your head if you'd like, and then have your two pillows handy. Take your time coming all the way down to your mat. And you'll take your head, supporting your head and your neck. You can have your knees bent or your legs straight. You can let your arms rest wherever for now. Maybe just down by your sides or out in a T. Connect to your breath here. Held and grounded. Supported now by the earth. So when you are ready, you can begin to roll your head side to side, nice and slow. We're saying no to the tricks. No more tricks. No, no, no. Notice if you are rushing and see if you can slow down. If you would like to pause on one side, certainly do that, or continue rolling side to side. No, no, no. We'll take one more each way. And when you come back to center, you can take a teeny tiny yes. I'm barely moving, but this is yes to treats. Yes to treats. And pause in neutral. Take a deep breath. Maybe sigh it out. Maybe make some noise. Exhale, letting go, letting go, letting go. And then you can draw your knees in toward your chest and let your legs and arms float up. Dead bug or resting bug. All right, we're going to scrunch the toes and the fingers and then spread them out as if they're hiding, and then boo. Hiding, scrunching, and then boo. Scrunching and spreading out toes and fingers. Just a couple more times. Notice how that warms up your whole foot. I mean, it's hands and feet get so much from this little bit of movement. Okay, let's take the legs and arms wide and then bring them back together. Legs and arms wide and back together. Your journey. You go as far as feels good to you in your body today. A little bit of brain work ahead. You can circle ankles and wrists as you take the arms and legs wide and back together. Maybe you circle one direction as the leg goes out and the other direction as they come back together. You can do one more and then come back to center. Good, and hug your knees in. Here you can be still or do a little rocking side to side. And release your feet to the mat. Take your feet a little wider than hips. Arms can go back in the T position, or if it feels good to take them in a cactus arm. And we'll take some windshield wipers here. So the knees will drop to one side and then come back to center and to the other side. Doesn't matter if you get close to the ground. It matters that it feels good. It's a nice stretch on the front of hip and thigh. It's also a little bit of spinal rotation, so it's like a combo platter. If it feels good in your body, add the neck again, saying no, the opposite way of the knees. So your head turns the opposite way of your knees. How's the quality of your breath? Full inhales and full exhales. Again, you can pause on one side and hold, or you can continue to move side to side. If you pause, take a few breaths, 2 or 3 breaths on one side, and then switch. And we come back to center. And let your arms go down by your sides. And we visit again zombie arms. Inhale, let the arms float up. Exhale down. Your legs can be bent or straight. Inhale up. Exhale down. You're always invited to close your eyes. And if you don't want to do that, just allow the gaze to be soft so the face relaxes, kind of an indication to the body to relax a little bit, even though we're very scary zombies right now. And finish the one that you're on and take one more. And then let your arms rest. Take your awareness to your left leg, and allow the left leg to go out to the side and come back up. So hip external rotation. It may not go down to the ground. That's fine. It might go out a little bit and come back to center. Left leg is doing this. The right leg can stay bent, or if it feels okay, you can straighten the right leg out. So as you do this move, and we repeat it, the nervous system starts to say, oh, okay, I see what's happening. I like it. It's fine. Notice your pelvis. If it's really tipping, like you feel like you're going to tip over, you can steady yourself, right? We use the core a little bit to steady the body as you find that nice external rotation for your hip, because there's a big surprise coming. Last one. And you'll bend your right knee. And we'll start the same movement now with the right leg, going out to the side and coming back up. And you decide about your left leg. You can keep it bent or straighten it out. And remember staying steady-ish. It's not rigid. The pelvis will move a little bit. Only if you feel like you're tipping over. You just want to make yourself feel a little more steady. And you may notice a difference on the second side, different hip, different leg. And last one. And bend your left knee. So for this next part, trick or tree pose, take your right leg out long and take your left leg out. So if it's too much holding this, bring your pillow underneath your left thigh. So we're taking a tree pose, trick or tree pose. You can scoot the left foot in to touch your right leg. Your right leg is very active and strong, so flex the ankle as if you were standing and balancing here in trick or tree pose. Hands come to your heart. You breathe right here in your scary tree, and maybe you consider growing your branches and reaching out for the owls and the birds and the bats and whatever else is out there. 2 more breaths here. And hands come back to your heart, and you can use your hands to bring the left knee up, bend the right leg, straighten your left leg, and then right leg out to the side, supported or not. Really let it feel good, okay? It is your tree pose. You can scoot the right foot in to touch your left thigh. The left leg, straight leg, flex the ankle, very strong on your standing leg. Hands come to your heart. Beautiful breathing in trick or tree pose. Maybe grow your scary branches. Two more breaths here. And hands come back to heart. You can use your hands to bring the right leg back up and bend both knees. Take your feet wide, let your knees fall together, and pause. Pause and notice. Arms resting wherever they're comfortable. And please roll on to one side into fetal pose. You can place a pillow between the thighs, and you can have your other pillow for your head, or If your blanket is serving you, you just want to be comfortable on one side in fetal pose. Notice all the space in the back body now. We can breathe right into our back. We're going to make a spider hand, scary spider hand, and bring it to your shoulder, top arm, fingers to shoulder, and draw some circles with your elbow. So here you choose, you can stay in this neutral, lying on your side, or if it's available and you want, when you take the arm around, you also allow the upper back to twist. So your heart, your chest would turn up toward the ceiling. Thoracic spine, upper back twisting. Switch direction. One more. Pause, let your arm rest. Awareness on that top shoulder, arm, and maybe thoracic spine if you did a little twisting. And take a full breath here, whole body breath. And full exhale, 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 exhale. Roll over to your other side, rolling to your other side. I'm going to flip my body around so I still face you. Pillow for your thighs. Fetal pose, supporting your head and your neck. And scary, scary spider finger, scary spider hand to the shoulder. Draw some circles with your elbow. Maybe invite the twist. And switch direction. Let's take one more. And pause and rest. Awareness on your top shoulder. Some nice deep breaths into your back body, low back, upper back, hips, buttocks. Just imagine your whole body breathing. And from here, you'll come back onto your back. Have both of your pillows handy. There's a pose in yoga called Supta Baddha Konasana, which is a restorative pose, and we're going to call it Supta Buddha Konasana. So you'll need your head supported on your pillow or your blanket, and then soles of your feet come to touch. Soles of the feet touch, and you support the thighs with your pillows. You really want to have the cushion support up close to your hip joint and supporting your whole leg. Otherwise, it doesn't feel restorative, it feels active. And I don't want you to feel active right now. I want you to feel restful. If your legs are not happy about this at all, you can feel free to straighten your legs out and have the pillows underneath your thighs. So we'll get there eventually, but right now, if it's comfy, we'll take Supta Buddha Konasana. All right. Arm choices. Hands on belly can feel really good, focusing on belly breathing, which is not scary. It's really calming. Belly rises and falls, and your hands resting there give you a nice feedback. Otherwise, you might like a T arm, or you may prefer to come back into that cactus shape. It's a little mini back bend shape. You choose, and then if you can, let your eyes close. And become the observer, as if you were watching your body resting here and breathing. Watch yourself do that. Notice if your mind wandered, it's okay. That's what it does. That's its job. And you just lovingly, gently come right back to breathing and watching your body breathe. And spend a few more breaths here, chilling like a villain. And as gently as you can, we'll shift into shavasana, bringing your pillows underneath your thighs. Let the legs straighten out over your pillows and let your arms rest by your sides, palms up or down. No more work to be done. This is corpse pose, shavasana, corpse pose, where we let the practice die and we get to start new. So let's really take this rest in. We need it. Allow your eyelids to soften. Allow a space between your top and bottom teeth. Your jaw relaxes. Whole body supported. Shavasana. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Allow each breath to get a little bit deeper than the one previous. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. And perhaps reach your arms up and over, taking a full body stretch. Reach through your legs and feet, your arms and your hands. And when you're ready, bend your knees and roll onto one side into fetal pose. We come out of corpse pose into fetal pose, the pose of new beginnings. So we start from this moment, right here. And bring yourself up to sit. And bring your hands to touch in front of your heart. Not a scary place to check in with, the heart. Thank you for being here, for sharing a practice with me on Halloween. I'm really grateful. This was fun. I like to do this kind of thing. So thank you for being part of it. Bow your head in.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Stay scary.